You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Feed me
more.
I'm actually very hungry.
It is. I am a little hungry. It's about dinner time here.
The song makes me hungry.
And we need to whet the appetite a little bit.
Yes.
With some SmackDown AfterBuzz that you're watching live on the YouTube AfterBuzz page. Like and subscribe. Also listen to us on iTunes, on SoundCloud. Spread the word. Give us 5 stars. Subscribe. Tell your friends.
It's feeding. Oh, I'm in the zone. Wake up. It's feeding time.
George needed a minute.
It's okay. I don't mind being cut off while I'm plugging the show. It's cool. Welcome to AfterBuzz SmackDown, everybody. Hashtag ABTV SmackDown. I am Christian Rosenberg at Real Rosenberg. Joining me tonight because this is the last AfterBuzz before my birthday. My birthday's on Saturday, so as a nice birthday present, Corey and Rome decided not to be here.
They texted us about it.
Yeah,
they're just like, we don't want to.
They don't want to be here. They knew I would be talking about it.
Yeah.
So joining me, 2/3 of our esteemed pay-per-view panel. First off, he's at Steve Kaufmann. It's Steve Kaufmann.
I am at Steve Kaufmann.
You are.
I'm also right here.
You are.
That's at Steve Kaufmann. That's KAUFMANN. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for being here and hanging out with us once again. I am now on a mission for him to change his Twitter handle to add the word encyclopedia in it. At G Hermoza, it's the encyclopedia. George Hermoza.
I want you to know that, unlike our beloved WWE superstars, I don't just wear pink 1 month out of the year.
For those of you listening, George is wearing a pink shirt. In case you couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
And we gotta start things off. Some news recently broke out. TMZ Sports has reported it that Rey Mysterio officially gone.
Officially through them. A rep for the WWE tells us Rey Mysterio is no longer under contract with WWE. They talked about hashtag Free Rey campaign to get released from his contract.
Which happened a while back.
It was last summer. Well, Rey's free now, not because of his campaign. To be clear, we're told his contract just expired. He was not let out of the deal.
And on WWE.com, he's now in the alumni section.
Looking at it right now. It's
which for all you conspiracy theorists, anybody who's on the alumni section, you automatically assume, they're released, future endeavored.
You don't always get future endeavored, but sometimes you just get quietly put on the alumni section.
Now, Grant, he hasn't been on TV in a while.
And then trend right below SmackDown on Twitter. That's how this happened for him. Wow. Literally, we quietly took him and put him in the alumni section, and then
and then we'll just do that.
And then publicly.
So what do we think? Do we think? I mean, was it really time for this? Because he's been fighting all these crazy injuries for years.
They haven't been using him right. They haven't used him right in 4 years.
I mean, when was the last time they used him right?
That's a great question.
That Rumble didn't do him any favors.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I mean, I think the last time that he was really, really relevant, I think maybe 2010 or 2011. I mean, unfortunately, it's not entirely WWE's fault. I mean, he did have a lot of injuries kind of come and go, so. I mean, they were trying to do that thing where it was going to be him and Sin Cara. Back when the original Sin Cara.
Yes. Before Sin Cara started hurting himself left and right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, because initially, there was a world record, I believe, in Anaheim where they had a bunch of people wear masks.
They were going to try to break that mask record.
Wanted to break that mask record by having a Sin Cara versus Rey Mysterio match.
Yeah.
That said, Sin Cara is still on the main roster.
Callisto's coming.
Kalisto was on main event, right?
I wonder if that's going to mean that's going to fast track Callisto maybe sometime
I heard that that was the plan to begin with.
Oh, I see Lucha Dragons up on the main roster very soon.
Oh, yeah.
Soon.
As in maybe after Mania soon.
Yeah, they're already kind of on the main. They're already getting tried up. They dropped the belt. They dropped the belts. This is it all. It's all happening, guys.
Maybe. I've always been a big fan of Callisto, even before WWE days.
Yes.
I mean, that guy is amazing. I mean, not to
really
say that
is.
he's the next Rey, not comparing the two at all, but that guy can do some crazy things. And he reminded me a lot of Rey when he first started in, I don't want to say wrestling, but just maybe that American wrestling when he first got exposed to the American audience back at ECW and early WCW days.
Yeah.
Not early WCW days, but early in Rey's career when he was in WCW.
Well, we'll see. And if Rey Mysterio is watching or listening, why don't you, call in or come on by AfterBuzz sometime. We'd love to chat with you.
We would love to have you. We will.
You can wear your mask.
Absolutely wear
I'll
a mask.
approve it.
Like, do you, like a spotlight on? I'd love to do a spotlight on with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
I love that look you gave me of like, why would you get to do the spotlight?
Why
on
do you
Steve?
get it? What about me?
You've been here for like a cup of coffee, Steve. Why would you get to?
You've done 4 shows, Steve. No. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with Rey Mysterio down in the future. But let's talk about SmackDown tonight.
Yes.
It starts off with Mr. Daniel
Speaking
Bryan.
of yes,
Yes.
Speaking of yes, indeed.
They are in Atlanta, Georgia,
They are in Atlanta, Georgia.
which I looked at their
home of-
roster. No one.
the home of WrestleMania 27.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't think they have anyone. I don't think they had any hometown heroes on the roster tonight.
Yeah.
No,
They're not going to have a hometown hero every show.
You try.
You try to have one guy in the roster from every major city. Daniel Bryan comes out, and he's pretty much just kind of out there thanking the fans because it was them that he got to main event last year's WrestleMania. And this year's, we don't know what he's doing. And then he just immediately gets interrupted by Wade Barrett. Or Bad News Barrett, excuse
Bad
me.
News Barrett. I don't know who Wade Barrett is, but
I don't
Bad
know.
News Barrett.
Anyone who was on the pay-per-view panel last Sunday heard all
Which
of
was the 3 of us.
but like anyone who heard it heard all of our Bad News Barretts, and I think
Yeah, we don't need to do them
we
again.
were all on the same level, just about.
I don't know, my mother said that I did it the best. I'm just letting you know. That's what my mother said.
I missed my chance to talk about that.
But so Barrett comes out, and then all of a sudden he's like getting ready to talk trash or anything to Daniel Bryan, and then out comes Ambrose with the title.
A title that he stole
That he
back last
stole.
Sunday.
Well, no, Barrett comes out first.
Yeah, Barrett came out
but
first, but then
Ambrose-
Ambrose came out.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Listen, Steve.
Somebody was talking about Samoa Joe, and I had to see if that was a thing.
Someone is just imagining interviewing Rey Mysterio right now.
I know.
So, brawl ensues, and then Daniel Bryan stares at the Intercontinental title.
If everybody listened closely,
Did you hear how I said that?
you heard the entire internet wrestling community say, "Oh no, please no."
We want you to elevate the Intercontinental
Please.
title, but not with our favorite guy.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose is elevating the Intercontinental title. That's
Dean
the guy.
Ambrose is doing just fine.
At
this point now.
Wait, Barrett.
And I know probably everybody's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, well, duh." Well, it should have been Roman Reigns in that slot and Bryan in that main event slot. Should have been Roman Reigns looking at that main
I
event.
don't.
But too little, too late.
I don't want us
obviously.
to whine and complain. Oh, he should be in the main event. He doesn't have to be in the main event,
Yeah.
but you don't immediately throw him down to the mid card
yeah.
title.
No, but
That said-
it would have been perfect for Roman to
Although-
get that for that.
I think we're talking
Building
about
up for the
something
year.
special, and this is the last I'll talk about the Roman Reigns Royal Rumble of it all. If you really were looking for something special, I think Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar would, for better or worse, be something incredibly unique and special.
And that's not to say that that match might not happen.
Yeah.
It could still happen
like-
at some point.
Just looking forward, like that, there were one of two outcomes. They chose Roman Reigns, and we're living in that timeline now. But
Right.
you can't help but think of the other timeline.
Yeah,
Barrett.
We'll see what's going on with this.
Barrett looks way trim.
He's lost some weight.
Yeah, like he's. I
He
think.
didn't really need to.
Yeah, no, he didn't. But he looks way slimmer as
Toned.
someone.
A little more
Yeah,
toned.
like spent on like the time he spent.
A few
off.
more crunches.
Maybe
Yes.
a little bit more Zumba.
Zumba.
There you
Is he
go.
doing the
There it is.
Zumba?
DDP yoga, you know.
Maybe.
So our first match of the night is Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. In the midst of this, first off, no Mizdow because he's busy filming his commercial.
Oh yeah.
And Barrett eventually sneaks down and steals his title back. But meanwhile, Ambrose beats Miz clean, dirty deeds.
Yep.
So this match was pretty much just telling a story of Barrett stealing back his title. And Miz is there to lose.
Yep. Miz, who does not have to win,
No.
hasn't had to win for a very long time. because his character is that strong.
Yeah, he doesn't need to win. It just was kind of like it's awkward when it's a throwaway match where he loses. I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much what it is.
You had Ambrose technically lose Sunday, so you would need him to. You would need Ambrose to look a little strong and beat somebody.
See, now that's not a pay-per-view. Now they can make Ambrose win.
Right.
Yes.
Now, because it wasn't a big moment match for a title or whatever, end of the feud, so Ambrose can win all he wants.
And Ambrose working with Miz, Ambrose did a little less brawling there, and we did get to see Ambrose showcase the other, because there's a technical side to Ambrose that we just haven't seen lately. Because I think Austin said on his podcast a couple times that Ambrose is brawling himself into a corner. That I like they give him opportunities. I want to see Ambrose work with a lot of different people and be able to show us all the sides, because he's been doing this a long time. He's got a lot of facets.
Yeah. Wade, or I keep calling him Wade for some reason. I don't know why. Bad News Barrett.
Just call him BNB.
BNB, the host of BNZ News, backstage, pretty much saying nobody's worthy of having his title. And then we find out that he's going to be defending said title in a ladder match against several opponents to be officially named later.
Multiple opponents.
Do you want me to name them right now?
Well, the ones that we've pretty much figured out.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Okay.
Steve has figured it out, everybody. Brace yourself.
Hold me to this, guys.
If he is wrong, he's paying everyone $1,000 each.
The check will bounce.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan, R-Truth, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, obviously Bad News Barrett, Sheamus. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Intercontinental title ladder match, as seen by me.
I would switch up. I would put another heel, though. I don't know what other heel might make sense.
Unless Sheamus turns heel.
That's true.
No, they're not going to do that.
I don't know. We'll see.
No,
they might add 8 more people. We might have a 20-man battle royal and a 20-man ladder match.
Otunga, let's put Otunga in there.
Yeah, why not? Alex Riley's wrestling again, right? Throw him in there.
Is he? I hope he is.
I think so. So that's going to happen. I'm excited for it. It's given the title a huge spotlight at WrestleMania.
It's cool because I feel like they've missed. Not that Mania's Mania. Mania's great no matter what, but since they stopped having the Money in the Bank match and they added it to the pay-per-view, it's kind of like I wish they would kind of have that Money in the Bank match once at Mania. Now it's kind of like, well, now they have the IC title ladder match, which is kind of cool. I think it's going to be a multiple-man ladder match.
And I guess they must have listened to me Sunday when I talked about how they're not elevating these titles. Because ever since Monday, they've done everything they can to elevate these titles.
I had an inside scoop at their meeting on Monday morning. They're just like, did you hear what Steve said? We gotta fix that.
We need to make sure we appease the people who feel like Steve.
Yep. Divas action: Naomi versus Natalya, both tag teams of husbands and their friends/brothers, respectively, in corners. Hashtag give Divas a chance. That was strong.
Yes.
Wild for the 2 minutes this match was.
Yeah, well, for the 2 minutes that they had a back and forth match, at one point they had dueling cross bodies. Where they both cross-bodied into each other. That was awesome. They rolled around a little before that, and then a schmaz on the outside.
And that was our Divas match.
Yeah.
That was it.
Give them the chance,
Pretty much a discus clothesline by Natalya.
I will say...
A couple cool moves by Naomi, though. She's always been very athletic.
But it's weird if you have these type of moves with two such athletic divas and then no type of finish. Like, it's not... Discus clothesline is one of Natalya's moves, but not her finishing move.
Her finishing move is sharpshooter. So she can't use that every time.
No,
I mean, that's her finishing move to pin you.
Yeah.
How many times has she pinned people with the clothesline?
Enough. Enough to be a legitimate finisher for her.
All right, fair enough.
Barack Obama's in our chat, and he's trolling. Never mind.
or maybe
it's Barack Obama trolling in our chat roll. You never know.
Good for you, Mr. President.
Yeah, I mean, he's free. Rusev comes out with they have an email from Vladimir Putin.
Oh, I love it. First off, Rusev with his own microphone. Because it's Rusev and Lana, they both have their own microphone. So Rusev speaking for himself.
Which is always good. And he actually is good.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I joked with that, but it's actually true.
Yeah, and he pretty much just like, when it gets tough, you Americans just give up. And they showed a still from Fastlane where he had the towel that said "Never give up." A point you brought up. I think WWE is listening to this show. Is all I'm saying.
Obviously.
And I have something to admit. A little bit ago, I found out Rusev's email, and I took some Russian, and I trolled him. Much like Barack Obama is in our chat, I trolled Rusev.
No, you didn't.
I did. No. I wrote this whole email, and he took it way serious.
Hey, you already replied.
Did he reply? I didn't.
You just said he took it way serious. You just ruined your own joke.
Yeah.
Steve Kaufmann is fired. We wish him the best on his future endeavors.
So out comes Mr. We the People.
Yeah. There he goes. Yeah. So Jack Swagger shows up. Hey, remember when I was feuding with Rusev and people thought I was going to be the one to end the streak, and then I failed 19,000 times?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give it one more go.
We the People.
And Rusev
Loud
Crush.
In his face, Rusev Crush.
Rusev Crush. And that's that.
And then, yeah. Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Who?
Bad news Barrett.
I was like, who's that? R-Truth is on commentary.
That he is.
He calls Byron Saxton Jonathan Coachman.
I love that.
That's funny.
Oh, God. I love you on SportsCenter.
Those of us who watch SportsCenter really late. No,
It would have been funny if he would have called Michael Cole Todd Grisham.
That would have
been good.
SportsCenter.
I found it crazy. I was, just in, the other day, I was at my day job, and TV's on ESPN in the break room, and there's Jonathan Coachman covering the Daytona 500.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, is he a NASCAR fan?
He works for ESPN. He's got to be a fan of it all.
I guess.
I saw him cover chess once. Not kidding. They brought, there are enough ESPNs that they broadcast chess.
They did Spelling Bee. Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Poker.
Yeah.
ESPN 8.
RPS.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
Yes. How many current superstars perform the Winds of Change now?
Let's see.
We got Barrett.
We
got Harper.
Barrett calls it the Winds of Change.
Harper does it.
Harper does it. It's a sidewalk slam is what it is. A boss man slam, a sidewalk slam.
Yeah. Isn't there another one that does it now? Is there someone in NXT maybe who does it too? First off, they do it both. Barrett and Harper both do it so well that should be their finish.
Yes.
Either one of them. Because otherwise, the finish for Barrett is an elbow, and the finish for Harper is a clothesline.
Yeah, they're big on the simple moves because Big Show, and it's a weird thing, but Big Show has to be able to do your finishing move. That's the easiest way to explain finishing moves in the WWE. Can you do it to the Big Show? Go back to the drawing board.
All right.
You make it a clothesline, make it a headlock, make it something you can do to the Big Show. So Big Show can put you over.
That is true. Yeah. That is a good finisher.
Think of all the best finishers, and you either have to be John Cena's strength to lift Big Show up, or it's got to be a headlock or a DDT
or a kick.
A kick or something.
Stone Cold Stunner.
Yeah.
Stunner's a great out of nowhere.
That's actually a great point. You either have Cena's strength, or it's a move that he does not have to leave his feet.
Yes. So I'm out of the AfterBuzz TV alumni section because people in the chat.
Oh no, you're still there.
Oh, I'm still there. All right.
Yeah.
I'm right next to.
Next week we're gonna have a "Where Are They Now" segment. What is Steve Kaufmann up? What is Steve Kaufmann up to?
He does Gotham. He does Suits.
He does 18 other AfterBuzz shows.
He used to do wrestling.
Not anymore.
We get to see the turnbuckle cam.
Love this.
First time I saw it was Fastlane.
Yes, and it was in a Divas match, so we got to see, and it was the bottom turnbuckle. Now they have the top turnbuckle.
You can kind of see that little hole.
Yeah, you see the hole on every post, which is really cool because they were starting to try to add that where, in a tag match, reaching for the hot tag on the babyface side, there's a cameraman right there to reach it. And there are times where you see, the guy just, tell him, move. Because, I got to get my feet through the ropes and everything. Now they installed it. It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
And they used it well now that, they used it just as one of the angles. Because on Daniel Bryan's kick at the end of this match, it was just hard camera and then turnbuckle camera and then back to another camera.
I thought it was really cool.
But R-Truth is on commentary. He's almost a little distracting.
I felt like he was talking to Little Jimmy, but Little Jimmy wasn't there.
Yeah, he was just going off on some stuff.
He's going crazy again.
And at some point, while Barrett's distracted, gets up, creepily, very slow.
Like Elmer Fudd-esque.
Yes, very cartoony, grabs the Intercontinental title, puts it under his jacket.
And then puts it under the announce table. Because
nobody can see.
So no one knows what happened except Byron Saxton, who is furious at R-Truth for committing such a crime. In the midst of this, Daniel Bryan wins with a knee. So again, the Intercontinental Champion in another non-title match. Loses again. Now, granted, this is Daniel Bryan he's facing, but if Daniel Bryan is going for the Intercontinental Championship, Barrett should not lose.
Here's the thing: if you want to elevate the Intercontinental Championship, you put Daniel Bryan in the ladder match, and then you make sure Daniel Bryan does not win the ladder match. That is the easiest way to elevate that title.
You know what else you do? You have Barrett beat him.
Yes. Well, not on SmackDown immediately after, like...
He can go over dirty, but he still beat Daniel Bryan.
A week after Roman Reigns beats Daniel Bryan has to win.
See,
no, that puts him at an Intercontinental title level if he loses twice.
I get why they do all these...
You keep circling back and you're not wrong.
I get why they do all these non-title things. It's one of those things where it's like a sports team where you can beat me during the regular season, but when the title's actually on the line is when I flourish. But in this case, it's just everybody's beating Barrett, and there's no there's no opportunity for him to come back and say, you know what? But when the title's on the line, that's when I beat you, and just. I mean, I know what they're doing. They're building up toward the ladder match, but still, it's kind of.
I don't know if there's someone in the chat room that is able to try to pull us up. Since Barrett's come back from his injury, can we get his television win-loss record? Because for a champion, you know he's well below 500.
He's got an awful win-loss.
If someone in the chat room can look that up, that'd be amazing.
I think after he beat Ziggler, it's like that next SmackDown, that's when he lost to Sin Cara.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then it went downhill from there.
Yeah.
So, Barrett is looking for his title. Yes. He asks R-Truth. R-Truth stands there, then lifts up his shirt and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
While holding Saxton's mouth shut, saying, no, don't tell him.
And then we cut to Cole and Lawler talking while you still see at the very edge of the screen R-Truth and Barrett still going at it.
They just cut to another camera.
Cut to another camera. We're done with this. Barrett's going to walk away confused, and R-Truth will somehow get away with the title. Okay. We then cut to the Roman Reigns promo, Byron Saxton. By the way, Byron Saxton, amazing interviewer.
Yes.
The best interviewer WWE has right now.
Yes. Well,
I would
Renee
say
Young,
second.
I like Renee Young as an interviewer. I hate her as a commentator.
I like Renee Young as a commentator.
Really?
Yeah.
Renee Young's gotten better. But I think Byron Saxton, as far as like the one-on-one interviews, actually sounds like, hey, this is like a legitimate interview. It's not just like, hey, what are your thoughts on your match tonight? You know, it's actually like asking real questions. So, I mean, and Roman Reigns answered those questions by saying, I'm going to beat Brock Lesnar.
AJ0314, who is the chat roll seems to be turning to, Barrett's never won a non-title match since he's won the title.
That makes sense. I'm curious if there's an actual number, if someone's able to figure that out. I mean, I have no idea if they get more power to you if you can.
Maybe they're making that claim and then they'll have numbers to back it up.
Maybe.
We should just wait.
Let's just wait in silence and see what the chat roll says.
We should sit here quietly until they...
In the meantime...
Roman Reigns says it's going to be Brock Lesnar. That was his promo.
That was pretty much a promo.
Yeah.
Like, not even... Yeah, I'm going to be Brock Lesnar. I'm really interested in how they're going to do this, given the news and gossip we've been hearing that Brock Lesnar's not around. Well, that's not news and gossip. We see that Brock Lesnar's not there.
Yeah, there's no gossip there at all.
There's no gossip there at all. What we don't know is if he will be there. I think that's people trying to get.
I'm not speculating any of that stuff.
I think that a lot of that is people trying to get views on their stupid website.
Of course they are.
But I don't know. That said, we get Heyman talking, and like Roman Reigns, who's getting much better at interviews, much better.
He is
much better at promos. You got up against Paul Heyman. Like he's just he's gonna get wrecked every time. That's why we didn't hear from Paul Heyman tonight, because you got to let him shine like that. Anyway.
And Jessica Adams, feel free. She mentioned that she gets his house show stats too. Throw them in there. Why not?
If you can find it all.
Go for it.
We are crowdsourcing our information.
I'm interested because now we have to talk about something that I know all of us are probably going to complain about. On Monday Night Raw, they announced the latest inductees to the class of 2015 WWE Hall of Fame. This inductee is a tag team.
I don't think either of us are going to complain about this.
Are you serious? You both are excited that the Bushwhackers are inducted?
Of course.
Here's the thing. You can't do everything in 1 year.
No, I'm not expecting you to do
spread it
everything
out.
in 1 year. But
you're
how
saying
I don't understand how the Bushwhackers are considered Hall of Famers at all.
I just don't like the fact that they omitted a lot of their pre-WWE days, because that's when they truly shined as a tag team.
I think you're forgetting they were in a 5-star match.
And they were on a episode of Family Matters.
That too. Those are equal.
Granted, that elevates them.
Those are both on the same level.
Wouldn't that
in a 5-star
that would make
match,
them in a celebrity wing, wouldn't
Against
it?
the Psycho Twins.
Wow, the Psycho Twins.
The Psycho Twins.
I know. I'm laughing because you're
Anybody
you're
have to
right.
remember that.
Also,
Please tell me I'm not the only nerd.
Update from AJ. Matt Barrett has lost 9 matches on television since winning the Intercontinental Championship.
No, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
He's only been around 2 months since he's been back from injury, really.
Yeah.
So, here's my thing, and everyone who's been listening to me for a long time knows how animate I've been, how I've been waiting for Demolition to get inducted. I understand if it's not this year,
It won't be next year.
fine. No, next year will probably be Freebirds.
It will be Freebirds, yeah.
For the tag team.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: do you feel Santino Marella is a Hall of Famer?
Well,
You'll get my point in a minute. Yes
he's
or no?
in the
As of right now,
Yes or no?
As of right now, no.
if
Right,
his
at
career
this moment.
ended right the second, yeah, actually,
Okay, I'm gonna go no.
multi-time Intercontinental
Okay.
champion.
Is Eugene a Hall of Famer? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Is Doink the Clown a Hall of Famer? Yes,
Yes.
No.
Yes.
or no? No.
He's
What do all these three have in common?
They were there for laughs.
They're there for laughs. They're
the
comedy
kids.
acts.
For the
they're
kids.
not there to be. Yeah, they're there for the kids.
Coco
the Bushwhackers don't.
is a Hall of Famer.
Which he should not be.
Okay. You
I'm
understand?
sorry to Coco Beware fans.
I'm sorry. Rosenberg, you're aware there's no physical hall, right?
Yes.
That they just put in the people they want to put in.
But it's one of those things where
Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame.
it's in the celebrity wing.
Celebrity wing, and he could be in it. That one I can understand.
Okay, yeah.
A celebrity wing induction. He makes sense for 3 WrestleManias.
What takes away from it being a legitimate Hall of Fame? The fact, aside from the fact that it's, because everybody always said it's not a real Hall of Fame until Bruno's in there. Well, he's in there. Oh, it's not a real Hall of Fame until Savage in there.
He's going to be in there.
So it's like, what's the excuse now for it not being a legitimate Hall of Fame like everybody says?
The only excuse that people are saying is there's no physical Hall of Fame building yet.
They have a pretty big building in Florida.
They do. I'm
they're
sure
probably
something's
gonna
going to
expand
happen.
at some point.
But aside from that, I mean, I like to think of it as a legitimate Hall of Fame. I don't think about, well, it's Vince's decision. I mean, goodness sakes, he's got people that never even wrestled for the WWE. He's got Abdullah the Butcher, even though I don't think he wrestled for the WWE.
I don't believe so.
If he
WCW.
did, maybe once or twice.
But my point is, and I'm not saying it's because correct me if I'm wrong, George, because you would know better than me. Bushwhackers have never won the WWE Tag Champ titles. No,
never.
Now, again, there are plenty of wrestlers in the Hall of Fame that have not won titles in WWE. So I'm not saying that's the reason for it.
Lou Thesz isn't in the Hall of Fame?
Is he not?
No,
He's not.
No.
That's incredible. Bruiser Brody not?
Vern Gagne isn't. Oh, Vern Gagne is.
Vern Gagne is.
Sting will be.
But my point is, the Bushwhackers, they were literally known for moving their arms up and down, licking fans' faces, and losing.
They were over. They entertained the crowd. They made money. I think they deserve to be in a Hall of Fame.
I disagree.
Hey, Internet, come at me, bro.
Come at Steve.
I mean,
he's already been fired.
I get it. I mean, if their main goal is to put everybody ever in the Hall of Fame, I mean, obviously they got a long way to go.
I'm looking at a list right now of.
I mean, I do think it was Demolition are way overdue.
When are they going to put Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame?
That's a whole nother question for a whole nother day. Forget that for now. Obviously he deserves it, but that's a whole different topic.
I should stop being on notinhallofame.com.
Yeah. So I don't feel, obviously I'm furious that Demolition is now another year not in the Hall of Fame because they're on my all-time favorite tag teams. And they've held the tag titles longer than anyone else.
I will concede to that point.
Again, I'm not against. I know there are plenty of other tag teams that also deserve to be in, so I'm not against if they have to wait a year. and the Freebirds got in, or someone else deserves. Okay, fine, but they're going to be in, and Demolition will be in one day. I don't feel the Bushwhackers should be in there at all. And I was a huge Bushwhacker fan when I was a kid.
Got it.
And I feel like every match was Butch got beat up by everyone, made the hot tag to Luke. Luke hit a few things, and then got hit by one move and was pinned.
My favorite, just to think about it, I think it was Luke. My favorite memory was Royal Rumble.
When he got eliminated in like 3 seconds.
No, yeah, he got eliminated. He comes in, he gets eliminated. As soon as he touches the floor, he goes back to the.
Yeah.
As after he got eliminated.
That's awesome.
I thought that was hilarious. Oh, Bushwhackers.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Watching at home as far as Bushwhackers in the Hall of Fame. I say no. Steve says yes. George says no.
I will say this. When I had my WWF action figures and I had my own little independent federation, Bushwhackers jobbed out a lot.
They did.
I'm just letting they jobbed a lot.
Speaking of jobs, R-Truth is backstage. And he's holding his Intercontinental title, and he runs into Ambrose, and Ambrose, did you win that? He's like, yeah. No, it was a crazy match. I mean, like, I never left my feet. You should have seen it. And Ambrose was like, I want that title. And R-Truth's like, oh, well, here
you go.
2 title changes in one night.
SmackDown is on a roll. That was funny.
He just gives the title right back to Ambrose.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Then Ambrose has the belt again.
Then we get a Burger King commercial. And then we get Fandango.
Who, by the way, is a good guy now.
I missed that.
Right.
I think I missed the memo where he was good.
Well, they never cut a promo and explain why.
I miss his old song.
Oh, God, yes.
Like, to a point where I feel like people will start doing it just to his new song. It's like, do-do, 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 do-do.
That's not I Dream of Jeannie.
That's actually
They are.
You actually onto something here. You're gonna have to tell
can
me.
we talk about who Fandango wrestled? Looks like our new favorite wrestler.
Oh, I love this.
Hashtag Axelmania.
Oh my God!
When he had that countdown on the screen.
The count up.
Yeah.
The count up on the Tron on how long he's been in the Royal Rumble match. 32 days and counting.
So I'm pretty sure he's in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That
yes, we know he's in that.
So when he gets eliminated from that,
Who said he's getting eliminated?
I'm saying he gets eliminated.
Axel's winning the damn Battle Royal. No, who am I kidding? I'm not going to say that now.
Hashtag Axelmania.
I wish.
Oh, I would love this.
This is the best thing Curtis Axel has done since he became Curtis Axel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, maybe even before since he became Curtis Axel.
That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even better than Michael McGillicuddy.
He had some good stuff in NXT. The original,
the competition.
Back when you could win NXT.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you had a breakdown of the Battle Royal already?
Yes.
Okay. So Steve, with the inside scoop.
I have no inside scoop.
Apparently, he already has the list of everyone in the Battle Royal.
I looked at WWE's roster page. That's how I know Rey Mysterio is not on it. And coupled with people who said they're going to be in the Battle Royal and who are available and likely to be in it, I've come up with...
Steve has made a ruling.
16 names that I feel will be in the Battle Royal.
And then there are going to be at least 4 more. They got to do at least 20.
I have 3 spots for NXT and then 1 blank spot. Curtis Axel, Miz, Mizdow, Fandango, Swagger, Rowan, Harper. I wrote Fandango twice. Ryback, Sin Cara.
Can you not even read your own writing?
Ryder, sorry.
Ryber?
My D's are weird. Zack Ryder, Xavier Woods, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Bo Dallas.
Alex Riley.
Maybe
Possibly Alex Riley, and I have 3
primetime players.
Kane and Big Show.
Kane and Big Show will be involved in the
Ascension, primetime players.
Kane and Big Show are going to be involved in whatever Rollins or
you don't think
Orton
they'll be in
is.
a match? Because it's going to be Orton versus Rollins.
Yeah, with Jon Stewart involved, I think.
That'd be interesting.
And I'm setting aside 4 or 5 slots for NXT people.
There's not going to be that many NXT people in it.
But within that, and then you'll have like your surprise entrance. There's also talk of, instead of Sheamus debuting in the ladder match, he'll debut in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and win the whole thing. I don't like that at all because he doesn't need to win.
No.
He's already King of the Ring. He's already
everything.
He's already a former world champion. He does not need the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Needs to go to somebody.
Did you say
like,
Sin Cara?
Yes, I did say Sin Cara. Kalisto is the person I forgot. This will be Kalisto's call-up.
Oh, maybe. But, we'll see. Did you say Adam Rose? He's in it.
I did not. That's
What
okay.
about CM Punk?
Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Some guy I saw.
Indie guy?
On the internet.
Maybe he'll get signed one day.
I saw.
Samoa Joe?
I don't know who that is.
The internet would explode.
Okay. Anyway, Fandango, leg drop, wins.
Yep.
Done. The end. Miz now backstage, finishing filming his Emmy. Well, it's not Emmy because it's a commercial.
Yeah.
But award-winning commercial. And Miz just comes on furious and telling him how terrible he is and how he can do much more as an actor with much more emotion and how you're just an assistant.
So they haven't said the content of this commercial, right?
All we know is this pill will set you straight.
Oh, it's definitely
It's definitely like a Viagra.
Cialis.
Yeah, something like that.
Meet Bob.
So the director is over there, and Miz is just like, why would you want him when I'm a A-list star? Da da da. The director's like, I didn't realize you'd be interested in doing this. Sure. And okay, great. He hands him the script. Miz tosses away the script. I don't need the script. Don't you want to know more about the product? No, just roll the cameras. So I'm sure probably on Raw we're going to see the final product of this commercial because they get edited in days, right?
Yes. Commercials on green screens take.
Just that quickly.
We'll see it by Monday.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
You think they're going to have a match at Mania? Miz and Mizdow? Or you think
No, Miz and Mizdow are going to be...
Miz already announced he's going to be in the Battle Royal, so they're going to hold that off, apparently.
Miz and Mizdow are going to be in the Battle Royal. There's going to be a tag match. I just don't know who, so I left out the Usos, left out...
Cesaro and Kid.
Left out Cesaro and Kid, left out Primetime Players, left out
a few
of the tag teams who...
Matadors will be in the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
They're not going to be in a tag title match.
No, they might just not
maybe
be...
a Hornswoggle
They
in the
might
Battle
just
Royal?
not be on the card.
If you have a multi-person ladder match
Heath
and
Slater.
a Battle Royal, and you're not on the WrestleMania card, you don't need a job. I mean...
Also, Gold and Stardust. That's a match. That's gotta be a match at Mania.
Yes.
Same with Rollins, Randy Orton. That's not announced yet, but that's happening.
But yeah, so we'll see. Adam Rose versus Goldust. Final cut. Goldust wins clean. And this whole time we're watching because the camera keeps going to the back of the Rosebuds. We're just like, one of these Rosebuds is Stardust. One of these is Stardust.
I said the sock monkey.
I thought it was the chicken.
I won.
Steve won this. Monkey was Stardust.
Monkey.
And he beat up Goldust. And that was that.
That was fun.
It was.
That was well played.
Yeah. I don't understand what they're doing with Adam Rose now.
He's a heel, right?
He's a heel.
For sure he's a heel. Where's the bunny? Is the bunny going to be in the Battle
But
Royal?
the bunny's still recovering from injury.
Sorry, Bunny.
He got tombstone by Kane. Okay.
With the neck brace.
Yeah.
V Hobo. That's right.
That's right. Bunny versus Hobo.
I'm writing down all
That's the pre-show match.
WrestleMania. No, the pre-show match. And you guys seem to listen to me over at WWE. Kevin Owens, Finn Balor.
Okay, now we're going fantasy
For the
booking.
title, pre-show match.
All right.
Book it.
Okay. Anyway, Bray Wyatt continues to call out Undertaker. Another promo. I mean, as great and creepy as they are, it's the same message. We just got to wait for Undertaker to make some type of response. 6-man tag match for the main event, aka the 6-man tag match that opened a pay-per-view, aka the 6-man tag match we saw like last week, aka some combination of these 6 men that we've seen over the last 3 months.
Holla holla.
Ziggler, Ryback, and Rowan versus Rollins, Kane, and Big Show. Ryback attempted a double shell shock with one of the J&J security guys.
Well, he attempted a triple shell shock. It was J&J security and Seth Rollins.
Was there 3 on there? I thought it was only 2.
Oh, it was Seth Rollins. I thought there was.
I thought it was just Joey.
Rollins. I thought it was Rollins and Joey.
I thought it was Rollins and Joey.
I feel like he could pull off a double shell shock. I feel
He's
like
done it
he's done
before.
it.
I feel like the triple.
When he first started.
No, he attempted a triple shell shock, and that's why it didn't work. 3 is too many. 2 is just right. Speaking of Ryback, on R Squared Circle, it's a subreddit on Reddit. If you're not on there, there's some okay folks there, but it's the internet, you know. One person who is a great person decided they're going to start hashtag feed them more. And what they have vowed to do is donate $10 to their local food bank for every person Ryback eliminates in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So I figured I should mention that here. Hashtag feed them more. feed people at the food bank.
I really hope they let him eliminate like at least 5 people.
If we make this a big enough deal,
Who knows? Maybe he'll win it.
X amount if you win.
Yeah.
Hashtag feed them more. A lot of people are following suit. And then you can just hashtag feed them more, and then how much you're vowing. Could be $1 elimination, $10 elimination, $100 elimination. Get on it.
There you go. And Seth Rollins gets pinned in this match, which really surprised me.
Like the opposite of last week.
Well, the opposite of like the last several months. A super kick by Ziggler into the shell shock by Ryback, and Ryback pins Seth Rollins in the 6-man tag match.
They're making him look strong.
I mean, Ryback's been looking great lately, but why? I mean, if there was no like real order interference of any kind, why would Rollins get pinned in this match?
I don't know.
I don't mind if Ryback pinned Kane or Big Show, because neither of them really have anything going at the moment. But why Rollins?
I think they're trying to make Ryback look huge heading in the Mania.
But he could have done that against,
match.
if he would have done it against Big Show, that would have been cool.
If he lifted him up for the shell shock.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. But can he?
I don't know.
I don't think it's happened.
I think he's done it once before.
Against Big Show?
I think so.
I mean, he barely picked up Mark Henry.
With the assist of the ropes, like I said, if you can't do your move on Big Show, pick another move. All you guys in NXT, all you guys on the main roster, obviously you listen. If you can't do your move to the Big Show,
you know, I think our listeners originally thought I had a big ego. More of Steve Kaufmann.
Speaking of big ego, everybody refers to me as the wrestling encyclopedia.
Oh, yes, please.
So we're going to start this little thing called Stump George. Hashtag Stump George. But I'm going to ask you a question first. Here's a little WrestleMania theme.
So it's Stump George, but yet you're not being stumped. You're just asking the questions.
I'm going to start with a question, see if you can answer it.
And then Stump George.
Tweet me. Okay, here we go. You guys can, if you guys know. But it's kind of...
If I know it, I'm going to answer it right now.
I'm going to start off simple, okay? WrestleMania theme. We're on the road to WrestleMania. 32 days away.
Something like that. About 30 days. Yeah, whatever it is. All right, ask your question, because we're going to wrap this baby up.
4 people have only opened up a WrestleMania and then main evented the following WrestleMania. Who are those 4 people?
Tweet at George Hermoza, hashtag Stump George. G Hermoza.
And then if you have any questions for me, let me know.
Yeah,
and none of this like, oh, what color were the Ultimate Warriors tights on December 21st, 1989 episode of Superstars of Wrestling? None of that.
White.
I mean, they were red and green. But I mean, none of those things. I want like actual legitimate stumping kind of questions.
And if you guys want to have legitimacy for this, the next pay-per-view panel, which might not be for a while, tweet at me that you want to send George a question, but have me follow you so we can direct message.
So he can't see it.
So he can't see it. We can have some legitimacy on hashtag Stump George.
I swear to God,
we got to get some prizes.
Scout's honor. I don't look up this stuff. That's one thing I will take pride in. I won't look it up on Wikipedia. If I don't know, I'll say, hey, I don't know. You stump me. Boom. But if I do know,
well, we'll see. We'll see if people are able to answer that question. I'm looking forward to looking at your Twitter. He's at G Hermoza. Steve, plug yourself.
I'm at Steve Kaufmann, Kaufmann. It's funny you mentioned that. I need to plug in my laptop. Is it over there?
Sure.
Okay.
And you put it over there, right next to the unemployment line. Get here. Fired.
It's been a good run, guys. Thank you so much.
He had a great run. And, of course, you can follow me on... He's actually getting up and leaving. You can follow me on Twitter, at Real Rosenberg. You can check me out at iOS this Monday night at 11:30. It's actually a free show, so go to at iOS on Twitter for more info on that. And also... Cafe Frascati.
Oh, yes.
CafeFrascati.com. Friday night, March 27th, 8 p.m. If you're in town for WrestleMania, we are doing a live AfterBuzz WrestleMania preview spectacular. All the AfterBuzz wrestling hosts are going to be there. It's going to be awesome. We want you there as well. Cafe Frascati. It's less than 2 blocks from where Access is taking place. So we are right there. You are going to go, and you're going to enjoy it. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week for Steve Kaufmann and George Hermoza. I'm Christian Rosenberg. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.